These good people cannot necessarily go to the community, so we bring the community to them. The caregivers are the ones who are struggling. They're the ones who are trying to simply keep that family unit together. I am Nate Huggins, founder of Blessed Assurance Adult Daycare. My father died when I was 4 years of age. My mother had to leave home to help support the family. My brother, 2 sisters, and I, we were raised by our grandparents. I saw those 2 old folks. Those guys worked hard, never complained one time. I went into nursing school, had a desire to simply help people. And it was amazing. I fell in love with bedside nursing. A lot of these good people would be admitted to the hospital and later discharged prematurely. And I approached management and shared my views. Management, in their own nice way, told me, Nate, if you don't like the way we're doing business, why don't you start your own? What did Nate do? He went out and started his own. My wife and I started this program back in 1998. And the game plan was to simply give our senior and disabled veterans and adults an alternative to long-term care institutionalization. Many people think that the adult program is strictly for the senior and disabled adults who come here, but that's not always true. And oftentimes it's for the caregivers. They're the one who's trying to simply keep a job and likewise keep bread on the table.
Now look, my husband was out there.
Okay, he's coming to get you.
He's out there now?
No, not now, but
He's not now?
Not now, but he'd be there at 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock.
He's gonna come back?
He's coming back, yeah.
I love it here. I come every day, Monday through Friday.
The people here, they're friendly, and they respect you.
The last thing you want to do is have old adults sit around and do nothing. We want to challenge not just the body, but also challenge the mind, because we're talking the whole person concept. We know if we keep the mind engaged and active, these guys can function a whole lot better. We have a number of volunteers who come in and put on programs. We're talking about the singing, the dancing, the bingo, the aerobics. Whatever our community talents are, we bring them in. And at the end of the day, the exciting part is that these good people get to go back to their own homes, their own beds, be with their own loved ones, rather than going to a cold institution. We found that a lot of our caregivers typically are age 30 to 35, a young couple who are trying to raise their children but suddenly inherited their mom or dad, and now that young couple is not only trying to raise their children and keep their marriage together, but also trying to provide for their mother or their father. Oftentimes, if they are a veteran, I have to educate them that the VA will pay for the services. And if they're on Medicaid, then Medicaid has a provision to pay for it too. So now we're talking about education. As I tell caregivers, I can find funding for we can partner with someone to cover the costs. I had a couple that came in just last week. Through a series of questions, I was able to determine that, ma'am, you have the ability to pay, and here's your pay source. And here's all we need to do. We're giving away this information free because people need to know that help is out there. Every year we have a charity barbecue. We simply call upon good people like Scott Clark Toyota to support our disabled veterans, seniors, and special adults in our fundraising efforts. Scott Clark made it possible for us to acquire this handicap van through a competition they had on Facebook several years ago. We're talking about a $74,000 handicap, fully equipped van that allowed us to transport our people. Because we have this van, no one is denied the opportunity to participate in life and to participate in community events.
I got video again.
We treat our guys as VIPs because that's what they are. And I test and attribute all that to my grandparents because they raised me to treat people the way I want to be raised and treated. You did good, Mama. You did real good today. Yeah. I'm proud of you. Come on, let's go home.